In this part, I'm introducing the revenue recognition. Revenue recognition is a criteria for a firm to recognize their revenue. Both US GAAP and SEC provide the guidelines of revenue recognition, but this is just a general guideline. For different industries and different firms, the revenue recognition principles are different. When you analyze a firm, you can always find their accounting policies, find the revenue and expense recognition, and understand how that firm recognizes its revenues and expenses. So this is Worma's interactive data. This is accounting policy. Hit the link. You will find revenue recognition. Basically, Worma's revenue are from these four sources: sales of their products, membership fee, gift cards, and financial or other service. And for different revenues, the recognition principles are different. So before you use the numbers, you must read this part carefully. Let's first go over the guidelines by US GAAP. The revenue can be recognized only when all or at least substantial portion of the products to be delivered or service to be performed, and the firm received an asset. This can be cash and receivable, or satisfied is a liability, for example, unearned revenue, and the amount can be measured with reasonable precision. SEC provides a similar guideline. Most sales revenue meet these criteria, but some sales revenue could be very tricky. This may mislead the investors or financial statement users. So here I provide several examples. For example, the first one is Xerox Corporation. Usually, the customer not only purchase their machine or lease their machine, but also purchase other services. So this is bundled sales. The total amount of revenue includes copiers, maintenance, supplies, and maybe financing. And we know the revenues from the copiers' use, maintenance, supplies, and financing are different revenues. But when the customer makes the payments, it is a single sum payment. How to allocate the revenue is a problem. So when you analyze a firm such as Xerox, you should read their revenue recognition principle to understand how they recognize their revenue. This will help you to predict their future performance. Other example like uncertainty revenue timing, the insurance service. The timing and the amount of claims depends on certain events. So the revenue recognition for insurance company is unique. You should also learn their revenue recognition principle. Some other example including whether the firm reports the gross or net revenue. There are lots of online agents. You can buy your ticket, airfare, hotel. And we know these agents do not provide this service. They just act as a middleman between you and the airlines, hotels, or the theaters. But when you make the payment, these agents receive the payments. So this is a gross amount. We know a substantial part of the payment will be payable to the service providers. Finally, the actual earned by these agents are their commissions. That's net revenue. Some firms choose to report net revenue, which result in a small number. Some firms choose to report gross amount, which will boost their revenue, but their profit margin will be extremely low because they only earn commission from the total amount of payments from customer. Here, I want to emphasize, when you read the firm's income statement, you should check their accounting policy regarding revenue recognition. Then go back to the income statement.